Gaza will resume if Hamas violates the U.S. brokered ceasefire deal. This follows Hamas returning two hostage bodies, but stating that it cannot recover others without any special equipment. Now, since Monday itself, Hamas has released 20 living hostages in exchange for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and has returned the bodies of 7 dead hostages, plus one unverified body as well. Hamas says that it has fulfilled its part but needs more tools and time to find the others. Meanwhile, U.S. officials have emphasized that Hamas still intends to honor its end of the deal. Further on, UN Relief Chief has now urged Israel to open all Gaza crossings to speed aid delivery, which remains slowed by security checks. Now, as part of planning is underway for a US-backed international force to stabilize Gaza with help from Egypt, UAE and Qatar, Trump says that US troops will not be fighting on the ground in Gaza but will coordinate from the region itself. He's added that rebuilding Gaza will be gradual with no forced displacement. Listen in.
Well, they're looking for him. Absolutely. They're looking. So we have the living hostages all back. They returned some more today. It's a gruesome process. I almost hate to talk about it. But they're digging. They're actually digging. There are areas where they're digging and they're finding a lot of bodies. Then they have to separate the bodies. You wouldn't believe this. And some of those bodies have been in there a long time. And some of them are under rubble. They have to remove rubble. But there are graves, and some are in tunnels that died in tunnels that are way down under the earth. And the tunnels are like 3 feet. Can you believe it? 3 feet high. They lived like this for a long period of time. It's a horrible atrocity. At the same time, we, meaning Israel, but I knew everything they were doing pretty much. I knew most of the things they were doing, but they've killed probably 70,000 of these people, Hamas. And I said, it's time now. So we'll see what happens. We'll also see what happens. Your next question is going to be the weapons. We want the weapons to be given up, sacrificed, and they've agreed to do it. Now they have to do it, and if they don't do it.
With us on the broadcast is Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev, former Indian diplomat, joining us from New Delhi. Thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on NewsX World. Now, Israel has upheld its end of the deal by transferring 2,000 Palestinian prisoners into the West Bank and Gaza. Hamas, meanwhile, has returned 20 living hostages and the remains of 7 hostages and one other unidentified body. It maintains that it requires tools, sophisticated tools, in order to dig out the other bodies of the hostages and therefore needs time. We've just heard what Donald Trump has had to say as well. In the meantime, Israel has issued a warning that it will resume fighting if the bodies are not handed over. In your assessment, would the United States be able to convince Israel to not escalate, violate the ceasefire, and just hold on a little more, exercise a little more patience?
I think it should be able to, although if you recall, the previous ceasefire earlier this year was short, and it resulted in Israel relaunching its offensive. However, the situation this time seemed to be slightly more evolved. There is a 20-point Trump program in place for de-escalation of Gaza, and Israel is committed to it. Now, Hamas may have genuine difficulties. It's not inconceivable that the bodies of the dead Israelis are lying below huge piles of rubble, and they would require large equipment such as excavators, bulldozers, etc., to dig deep and to unearth those bodies. Israel is under pressure from the family members of the remaining 21 hostages whose bodies are yet to be handed over. So part of the reason this is being done is to assuage those family members who have been waiting in agony to do the last rites. Secondly, I think it is to maintain pressure on Hamas uh, and to push them into uh, handing over their weapons. Otherwise, the fight gets resumed. But it may also recoil on Israel because having withdrawn forces from in the first phase, it would have to re-enter that area, and it may not be easy because people have gone back to those areas from where they had fled. So it may rekindle violence, it may rekindle killings, and so on. And after the 20-point program has been accepted, uh, the world and international community, particularly the Islamic and Arab world, are in no mood to countenance greater loss of lives and mayhem. Thank you.
Indeed, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for taking out time and speaking to us on NewsX World.